Good afternoon, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. We're at 18107 Southeast River Road here in Milwaukee. So we're at the back of the house here, but very near the rear right corner of the home, where the main vent stack is actually exposed on the back side of the house. Been looking all over for a clean out, and then I noticed that someone very conveniently, looks like they took a hole saw and drilled this thing out at some point in the past. My guess is probably for the sake of drain cleaning it. It also is just the proper size there for my camera to get through, which is amazing. So anyway, I just dropped my camera in here a moment ago to make sure that it would even fit through this little tiny thing. I just cleared some cobwebs off the camera lens. The bottom of the pipe down here, if you can see those cracks and crevices, that looks a little bit too thick there to just simply be... Actually, you know what? I might be able to... We don't have water running to the house, which is kind of a problem right now. I'm trying to discern here whether or not that cast iron... If I'm looking at a bunch of scale buildup there that's cracking, kind of giving the illusion the pipe bottom is busted, or if that is indeed just straight up busted pipe bottom there. The base of a hard drop in cast iron is usually the first place that wears out. That's where the water hits with most of its impact. And so if you see a cast iron line rot out, the bottom of the base of a vent stack is one of the first places that goes typically. So it wouldn't be totally surprising that that is the case here. Yeah, that looks like a whole bunch of dirt has made its way into the sewer line here. And my camera is having a really hard time rounding the bottom of this. Yeah, that just looks like we're looking straight through a hole. It's so jet black back to those cracks there. I think your bottom of the cast iron there looks like it's gone. Alright, we finally got the thing flattened out here. I was a little worried we weren't going to make it. For the sake of not messing up what I just did there, I'm going to zero the foot counter out here. We're obviously not at the base of the vent now. We're beyond it. I just don't want to get back. That was kind of tricky to get the camera there to turn. Oh, darn it. We've got another drop. I just tried to do a quick little locate there. It's a hard line we're tucked into this corner so tight right now. It's hard to get a really nice, clear locate. It looks like as we went into that, we're hitting another vertical dive here, unfortunately. This is probably this may very well do us in here as far as getting the camera to keep going. Especially without water flow. Yeah, my camera's not loving that pinch, and especially without water running through here. That's a tricky one. It looks like the line travels back toward the house and then does a dive. I've poked and prodded around here. It looks like there's a vertical that drops in, but what that might be potentially is the toilet. In which this case, this is one of those, a toilet pole is probably necessary. You got to be able to bypass this first set of turns, especially the access point we're going through here is very, very less than ideal. It's not a proper access point with a sweep or a Y on it, so it just pinches the camera like crazy. But when I start dropping into that, even in 4-inch pipe, my camera has a hard time coming back out when I start to reel back on it. So anyway, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go into the house and do a quick locate to see if I'm picking this up underneath the toilet. If that is the case here, This is one of those that makes sense to do a toilet pole so you can bypass this first set of turns here, but really need to get water running to the house. Yeah, when I go inside there, where my locate comes in is absolutely smack dab. I'm dead center over the hole in the toilet bowl right now. So we've only just begun the fun here. If that continues to go through the house and doesn't pop back out the back of the home here, a lot of these older houses used to be on septic and cesspool. So it's very, very common for a vent shot like this to almost immediately leave the house. In this case, it's kind of doing the opposite. So when you drop to the bottom of this stack here, we're on this, kind of on the near the side here with the gas meter. Anyway, the bathroom's right through that wall. The line drops at 90s and goes through that wall, and then where it does the second dive is directly into that toilet. I was hoping it might be underneath a clean out, but it doesn't appear to be. It looks like it's the toilet where the toilet ties into the line. So in this case, I'll do a little more poking around to see if there's a clean out somewhere. I don't have a lot of hope here that we'll find that. I think it makes more sense at this juncture to probably get the toilet pulled, also get water turned onto the house. That's hugely important, especially when you have to navigate through interior plumbing that usually has a fair amount of turns in it. Although this is a fairly simple layout here, it looks like a single bath house. You need that water flow to advance the camera through the line. One, to keep it clean, because it's a line that's been sitting for a while. You can see how much junk was just sitting in there from falling down the vent. You need it hugely to lube the line up to get the camera to bypass or get around any turns that are in the line, especially in cast iron pipe that's pretty rough on the inside. The one thing I am seeing here at the base of this vent stack, it looks like the bottom of the pipe there is gone. It looks like it's rotted through and cracked, and it's opened up to the ground there.